Welcome back to Crazy D's Equipment. Today, guys, the top 10 tractors from the 1940s. Today we're going to share with you results from the top 10. Keep in mind that all of these votes are tabulated from the existing subscribers that share their opinions on what tractor they love the best. So keep in mind, if you don't agree, hit that like and subscribe button and make sure you become a member so your voice can be heard. Y'all may have noticed that I've finally got my merch shirt, so thank you, Crazy D, for that. Everybody can go and check these out, get your own merch. You can either go to Teespring, or there's a link in the upper right-hand corner of the channel. It's a little pink loopty that you can click on. There will be new t-shirt designs coming soon, so make sure you check back there often. All right, without further ado, let's get the countdown started.
Number 10.
Cockshed 80. This tractor was manufactured from 1937 to 1948 by Oliver. It was distributed by Cockshed in Charles City, Iowa. The engine was a Waukesha gasoline-powered engine with a 4-cylinder motor that was liquid-cooled. The engine size was 298 cubic inches, or a 4.9 liter. In horsepower, you were able to roughly get between 29 and 38. The chassis is 2-wheel drive, the steering is manual, and the cab had an open operator station.
Number 9.
Chalmers WC. This was manufactured from 1933 to 1948 by Chalmers in West Allis, Wisconsin. There was a total build of 178,202. On the first 25 tractors built, the company used a Waukesha gasoline 4-cylinder liquid-cooled engine at 186 cubic inches. On the remaining tractors, the engine used was Chalmers, also gasoline 4-cylinder, with a liquid-cooled engine. This one was 201 cubic inches. The fuel use was roughly 2.8 gallons per hour. The horsepower you could expect to be between 12 and 21. The chassis was a 2-wheel drive, steering manual. The brakes were differential hand-operated mechanical drums, and the cab was an open operator station with a steel pan seat.
Number 8.
Massey Harris 44. This tractor was built from 1947 to 1953 by Massey Harris in Racine, Wisconsin. You had options of a 44 row crop tricycle front or 44 standard fixed wide front. There were 3 options for engines on both of those choices. You had a Continental gasoline 4-cylinder liquid cooled 259.4 cubic inch, or Continental diesel 4-cylinder liquid cooled with 259.4 cubic inch, or the Massey Harris tractor fueled 4-cylinder liquid cooled, also 259.4 cubic inches. The engine gave you approximately 31 to 45 horsepower. The steering is manual and the brakes are differential mechanical.
Number 7.
Massey Harris Pony. This tractor was built from 1947 to 1954 in Woodstock, Ontario by Massey Harris. This is a utility tractor. The engine is a Continental N62 gasoline 4-cylinder liquid-cooled engine with about 62 cubic inches. The horsepower was running between 10 and 11. The chassis is two-wheel drive, steering is manual. Brakes, differential, mechanical, contracting band. The cab was an open operator station, and the transmission is a 3-speed unsynchronized gear.
Number 6.
JI Case D. This tractor was manufactured from 1939 to 1953 by JI Case. This is a standard tread tractor built in Racine, Wisconsin. There were 14,396 built. The original price in 1953 was $2,500. There were 4 models available: the D, which is standard tread, the DC, which is row crop, the DI, which is industrial, and the DO, which is orchard. The engine was a JI Case gasoline engine, 4-cylinder, liquid-cooled. The engine size was 259.5 cubic inches or 4.3 liters. Horsepower ranged from 31 to 35. You have a 2-wheel drive, manual steering. The transmission was a 4-speed gear, and the cab is an open operator station.
Number 5.
McCormick Deere W9 was built from 1940 to 1953, manufactured by McCormick Deere, which is a part of International Harvester. This is a standard tread tractor built in Milwaukee, Wisconsin and Melrose Park, Illinois. With a total build of $67,418 and an original price of $3,300. The 9 Series tractors consisted of 6 models: W9, WD9, WR9, WDR9, I9, and ID9. The D models are diesel. The R is a rice model with larger fenders and a hand clutch to allow driving while standing. The I models were industrial with different gear ratios and a foot-operated throttle. There were 2 types of engines offered. The first is International Harvester gasoline 4-cylinder liquid-cooled. The gasoline engine was standard on the I9 and an option on the W9 until 1947, when it became the standard engine. It measures at 334.5 cubic inches. The second engine option is International Harvester diesel engine with 4-cylinder liquid-cooled, measuring at 334.5 cubic inches. The horsepower was roughly 42. The chassis is 2-wheel drive. The steering is manual. The brakes are differential mechanical contracting band, and the cab had an open operator station.
Number 4.
Oliver 99, built from 1937 to 1953 by Oliver in South Bend, Indiana and Charles City, Iowa. This is a standard tread tractor with an original asking price of $3,500 in 1956. The Oliver 99 replaced the high compression special 2844. The low compression version was the 90. We have 3 different options for engines, the first being the Oliver gasoline-powered engine, which was 4-cylinder and liquid-cooled. That one measures 443 cubic inches. The second is a Waukesha Oliver diesel engine, 6-cylinder liquid-cooled, available in Style 99 after 1952, coming in at 302 cubic inches. And the last option is Waukesha Oliver. This is a gasoline-powered 6-cylinder liquid-cooled engine, available in Style 99 after 1952, measuring at 302 cubic inches. The horsepower ranged from 52 to 62. The chassis is 2-wheel drive, steering manual, brakes, contracting band, and the cab had an open operator station.
Number 3.
John Deere A, manufactured from 1934 to 1952 by John Deere in Waterloo, Iowa. A total build of 300,000. The A was John Deere's first true row crop tractor, replacing the GP. There were several variants of the A. The A was the row crop model. The AR was the standard or fixed tread model. The AO was an orchard model with no exhaust stack and shielded fenders. There was also the AI industrial model, the AN with narrow front, the AW wide front, and the high crop ANH and AWH. The Model A was the first Deere tractor to come from the factory with rubber tires. All John Deere engines are all fuel. They have 2-cylinder, 4-valve, liquid-cooled, and 309 cubic inches. The horsepower ranged from 18 to 24. The chassis is a 2-wheel drive with manual steering. The brakes are differential mechanical expanding shoe, and the cab is an open operator station with a steel pan seat.
Number 2.
Ford 8N was manufactured from 1947 to 1952 by Ford in Highland Park, Michigan. There were 524,000 built, with the original price at $1,404 in 1952. This was a Ford gasoline engine, 4-cylinder, 8-valve, liquid-cooled. The engine measured 119.7 cubic inches. Horsepower ranged from 21 to 27. The chassis is 2-wheel drive, the steering is mechanical, the brakes are manual drum, and the cab has an open operator station.
Honorable mention.
Centaur, founded in Greenwich, Ohio in 1921, is a Central Tractor Company. The firm changed its name in 1928 to the Centaur Tractor Company. The name was taken from the Centaur brand being used for its 610 sulky-style tractor. In 1934, Centaur applied for a patent on their clear view design. The design eliminated most obstructions under the operator, providing a view of the ground beneath the tractor. Centaur began building KV series tractors based on this design in 1935. By 1940, Centaur had significant debt issues, and the company was sold to Leroy, who supplied engines for the Centaur tractors.
Number 1.
The Farmall M was manufactured from 1939 to 1954 by Farmall, a part of International Harvester. This was a row crop tractor built in Rock Island, Illinois. The total built was $270,140, with an asking price of $1,440 in 1946. This price had almost doubled to $2,600 by 1952. The M was also available in the MV high clearance vegetable version and the MD diesel. The Farmall M was the row crop version of the McCormick Deere W6. In the late 50s, the M continued production at Doncaster after it had ceased at the Farmall works. These are often referred to as the Model BM. The engine was an International Harvester C248, gasoline, 4-cylinder, liquid-cooled, and 247.7 cubic inches. The horsepower ranged from 25 to 33. The chassis is a 2-wheel drive with manual steering, mechanical contracting band brakes. The cab was an open operator station, and the transmission was a 5-speed sliding gear. Hey, welcome back everyone. Thanks so much for watching the video. We really appreciate all your support. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear from you. Make sure that you leave us a comment on your thoughts and what you'd like to see next from the channel. Keep in mind we do the monthly live streams as well, but you need to be a subscriber. So make sure that you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.